Unless you've been living under a rock,
Burrows will open up under a rock to get
or maybe you've been marooned on a tropical island, you'll know that Jordans are bricking and have been bricking for a little while now. For Jordan collectors or casual Jordan enthusiasts, these are great times. For Jordan resellers and sneaker scalpers, this isn't quite as good a time.
I know this is hard for you, but winter is coming.
These are the main reasons why Jordans are bricking in 2022. Let's get it. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. It is me, Jordan Young, and if you haven't already done so, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you are into all things sneaker related. We're going to get straight into the reasons why Jordans are bricking, and the first one is an absolute obvious one. It's the fact that we're coming out of a pandemic into a global recession.
No shit, Sherlock!
Markets are down all over the place. Cost of living is spiking all over the place. Unemployment, insecurity about future employment means people aren't as ready to spend money. No stimulus checks, no furlough. People aren't looking to splash cash on sneakers they don't need. Reason number two is that trends come and trends go. Fashion is cyclical. It's by definition temporal. It's really a testament to Nike's marketing that they've been able to continue to keep these very dated and old school shapes, silhouettes, and models relevant 40 years, 30 years after their initial release. Saturation. You know, when I was growing up, there used to be maybe like 5 or 10 sneakers a year that you would look forward to or anticipate. These days, you've got 5 or 10 sneaker releases in a week. Which is crazy to think. So the volume at which Nike are thrashing out these retros, these little like cheeky sub models, whether it's like the Jordan 1 Comfort, the Jordan 1 Prototype, the Stitch, the Switch, the Snitch, whatever. Saturation has played a huge part in people just getting over the same old shit. Because sneakers have been so quick to go onto the resale market, people have just kind of fallen out of love with the idea of buying sneakers because they know that they're going to be resold straight away. So resale has had a knock-on impact. And once you start not caring about a sneaker coming out because you think it's going to go straight to the resale, you don't even bother worrying about it, thinking about it. You're going to go elsewhere and start looking. The next reason is the retail price. Nike decided to raise up the retail, which was an absolutely shitty move considering that last year they recorded record profits. They tried to say that the raising of the retail price was simply to fall in line with inflation.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you?
But this is hard to accept when they just recorded record profits. What seems more likely is that they've raised their retail prices to try to cut down the margins of resellers and sate the appetite of their greedy shareholders. This is why people are reluctant to pay the extra money. They don't want to feed into that corporate greed. The quality on Nikes these days is pretty much default crap, with select few exceptions, most notably collabs. Most of the Jordans that are released these days that are coming off the production lines are crap quality. You can see glue stains, you can see paint marks, sometimes the stitching isn't the greatest, sometimes the leather quality itself is crap. And so people don't want to feel like they're overpaying for a sub-quality sneaker anymore. The used market. People would rather spend £200 in the used market and have an absolute bevy of choice than they would spend £200 on a recent GR Jordan. People would much rather take that money that you'd spend on some new J's and put it towards a grail that they've been thinking about getting for years now because the retail price is so high. Used markets like eBay and GOAT are full of amazing steals and deals that you can come up on any other day of the week. Fakes. You know, a lot of kids these days would much rather spend a couple of $100 on a really, really accurate one-to-one pair of fakes than they would spend a couple of $100 on a retro Jordan that just dropped. It's a reflection of how normalized fake sneakers have become, thanks largely in part to apps like TikTok and YouTube. Fakes used to be looked down upon big time. They still are in certain sects of sneaker culture, but the normalization of wearing fake sneakers has definitely brought a lot more people, a lot more youngsters into the fold. And because there's so many more people buying fake sneakers these days, there's a lot less people buying legit sneakers in the authentic market for retail as well as for resale. Customization and restoration. A lot of youngsters these days have picked up new skills about sole swapping, about cleaning, restoring old materials, and basically reviving old beaten shoes and bringing them back to a wearable, presentable standard. That's got a lot of people looking in the used market for beaters and sneakers that have seen better days, and people want to cop these shoes so that they can bring them back to life and get them wearable again. The other thing is customization. A lot of kids have gotten into customizing sneakers, whether it's painting them or whether it's like changing materials. And that is a really awesome skill that enables kids to get a rather boring shoe and then turn it into something really exciting, new, and the type of shoe that you're just not going to see out on the streets. Other brands. You know, we've seen brands like New Balance come up in the past couple of years. Brands like Salomon have really come up as well. Even Asics in recent times have come up. So people are looking for different kinds of aesthetics. People are looking for more quality, more comfort for their money. And that's where brands like New Balance and Asics have come along and been able to pick up those consumers that are kind of over the bad quality and the bad comfort with a lot of these dated Nike models. Trends have changed as well. You've seen the recent like Gorp core trends, which has brought brands like Salomon into the forefront. And so a big reason why Jordans are bricking is simply because people are going to other brands and other companies looking for more comfort, looking for more quality, and looking for more bang for their buck. Foam. Foam is the material of the moment. Foams, slides, clogs. These are the trending things at the moment. The reason why they're so popular is because they're comfortable and they're affordable and they're restocking regularly and they are ubiquitous. People would much rather spend £75 or $100 on a pair of Yeezy foam runners or a pair of Yeezy slides than they would spend twice that or more on a pair of Jordan 5s or Jordan 6s. Because the comfy and cozy aesthetic has been popularized a lot online, kids are feeling less pressurized to wear really expensive Jordan retros in favor of wearing something that's just comfy and cozy. That style aesthetic has also gone all the way to older brands, more established brands like even Birkenstock. I never would have thought Birkies would have been trending 10, 15 years ago, but the fact that they are brings a little smile to my face because I still have my Birkies from like 15 years ago, which is still wearable. People are kind of sick of collabs. I know me personally, I get sick of seeing so many collabs these days. It kind of feels like, you know, the Nike janitor is going to get a collab next, or maybe the assistant marketing director's PA is going to get a collab next. Collaborations used to be really special. They used to be the type of thing that you would really anticipate. Whereas nowadays, it kind of feels like collabs are being rinsed out like every other week. So that is my take on why Jordans are bricking these days. Now, there are exceptions, of course, like the Travis 1 reverse mochas, is a great example of a Jordan that released recently to much hype and to very high resale. I'm not saying that all Jordans are bricks and all Jordans are going to be bricks. There's always going to be demand for certain models and certain colorways, but rather we're seeing shoes brick now that wouldn't have been bricking a few years ago. And the reasons for that, I hope I've been able to make clear in this video. I'm sure I've probably missed a few. I'm sure you've got a take or two here and there that you could add to my list. And if you do, please let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to know. But thank you very much for watching. It's been a fun video, and I hope if you haven't already done so, you're interested in subscribing so you can keep up to date with all my sneaker related content. Thank you again for watching. Have a lovely day and peace.